reviewing the world down under.
Hey, g'day everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me again today. So today I'm going to be looking at something a little bit different again. We've got some cables here from a company called Volta. This is a recent brand of magnetic cables with magnetic attachments. So these are marketed as the world's first 6-in-1 240 watt magnetic fast charging cable with 20 gigabyte speeds and 4K display for all Apple Lightning, USB-C and micro USB devices. So according to their website, they will fast charge iPhones up to 45 watts, power high performance USB-C laptops up to 240 watts, rapid charge Android devices up to 120 watts, and keep micro USB game controllers powered up to 20 watts. These cables do also feature power delivery technology. So they are built with military grade tangle-free braided nylon 24 AWG copper wires, nickel plated, anti-corrosive and 18 karat gold plated connectors for a fast, stable and safe charging with a bend span of 40,000 plus bends. So that is pretty much exceptional durability to withstand pretty much very heavy daily use. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of the specs. The magnets are rated at up to 1,000 grams. They're N54 neodymium magnets. The USB is rated at 9 volts, 1.67 amps, 9 volts at 2 amps, 20 volts at 3 amps, 20.2 volts at 4.35 amps, 20 volts at 5 amps, and 48 volts at 5 amps. The Apple Lightning is output rated at 9 volts at 3 amps. The micro USB is rated at 5 volts at 2.4 amps. USB laptops are up to 240 watts, Tablets are up to 55 watts. DSLR cameras up to 30 watts. Android phones up to 120, and so on and so forth. But they are also Thunderbolt compatible. So these cables are rated to charge MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, all the M series, pretty much all Windows laptops, a Surface, anything that is USB chargeable up to 240 watts. They also are compatible with all USB Android phones, so that is your micro USB and USB-C. Tablets, iPads, headphones, game consoles, monitors, you name it, they cover it. When it comes to gaming consoles, this will support the Nintendo Switch, the Steam Deck, PlayStation Portal, all USB-C gaming devices. As for USB-C monitors, monitors like the Dell Ultra Sharp, the LG Ultrafine, Samsung Smart monitors, that power delivery is up to 140 watts with these cables and attachments. So as you can see, with the specifications alone, they speak for themselves. The reason I got these personally is because my daughter has an iPad, and I don't know how many times I've had to replace the cables because she keeps snatching the cable from the iPad after charging, pulling on the cable instead of actually holding the plug. So I'm sure if any of you are parents, you would agree this is a headache because you're constantly replacing cables. But now with these, I'm able to place the Lightning attachments into her iPad and maybe her Mac keyboard, things like that, and then we can just use one charger which will just snap off magnetically without damaging any sockets or cables. So as for me, I do also have consoles, iPads, phones, mice, keyboards, pretty much a multitude of devices around the house that are all powered by USB. So with the Volta Max system, I'm able to just place a magnetic connector into any of these devices and charge them with a single cable without fear of damaging the sockets or the devices themselves. So just as a side note, actually, if you do happen to visit their website, I'm going to throw the link up in the description. You will now see on their main page, they do have a new mag adapter that's just gone live on Kickstarter. And this is marketed as the world's first 3-in-1 Thunderbolt 5 magnetic adapter. So this is actually not the cable, but if you have a Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5 cable, or maybe even USB 4, This will enable you to use your existing magnetic bits with the new adapter on your existing cables. So that could be something worth thinking about. So I'll go ahead and open up the boxes with you and tell you the packaging that I got, have a look at the devices, and then we'll talk about the build quality, how they look, whether they're fit for function. So as you will see, if you go to their website, the first thing you'll notice, if you want to buy a set, you can buy one set, which will come with one cable and tips. They also run an offer right now, which makes it cheaper to buy 3 sets as a family pack. So if you buy the 3 sets, it will allow you to choose from the 3 colours, 2 lengths, and then obviously a mixture of tips. You will also get 2 free containers, and you'll also get 1 free Volta Max carry case. So as you can see, that is the Volta Max carry case, and these are the little cylinders. So they're just little metal cylinders, and you can just keep all the bits in there if you're not using them in anything particular. But that's your case, very simple, just to keep everything tidy and together. They also do 5 sets, which is what they call the power pack. So that will come with your 5 sets of cables, your 3 tip containers. They'll also include a 100 watt gigacharger, and you'll also get 2 max carry cases. And then they do the ultimate pack, which is 10 sets of cables. Again, you can pick the lengths, the colours, and all the bits that you want. Comes with 5 tip containers, the gigacharger, and 5 carry cases. So again, if you have a look around, depending on how many you want for your house, whether you want one for the car, the kids' room, you know, your kitchen, your living room, you take your pick. But obviously, so long as you get all the bits to cover all the accessories you got. So I got 3. I got the family set. First one is, as you can see here, this was the longer cable. So this is the black one. It's 1.5 meters or 4.9 feet. So as you can see, it's a braided cable. Comes literally with a little band on there to hold it all together. So that's your cable. But every single cable is USB-A, but once you take the adapter off, it becomes USB-C. So that's standard across the board with every single cable. Also comes with a little placeholder on there. So if you wanted to, you can just attach that to keep it tidy. And that is your magnetic piece. That's the end piece for whatever you're going to be connecting. So that's the black one. And with this one, I opted for 2 USB-C bits. So you can pick from 3 mixed, which is 1 micro USB, 1 lightning and 1 USB-C. Or you can pick 2 USB-C or 2 lightning or 2 micro USBs. So because I wanted a couple of extra USB-Cs, I swapped one of the packages for that to give me that one. And then the second one is the red. So I've got the red cable, and this is 0.5 meters, 1.5 feet. Again, still got the adapter on the end there. Still got your placeholder for your magnetic end, if you just want to keep it together like that. And then you've got the magnetic adapter on the end. And this one, I opted for the standard 3-piece, which is the lightning, micro USB and USB-C. And then this one is their newest colour. Sorry, and you'll also notice that was a braided cable as well on the red. But on the blue one, it's a teal blue. And it's like got a plastic sheathing on it. So again, they're rated for 40,000 bends. But this seems to be quite popular. These are the ones that are selling quite well at the moment. So again, 0.5 meters, teal blue. There's your end, and then your magnetic part there. So again, with this one, I also got the mixture of bits. So I'll just open it up. So there's your bits there. There's your lightning. There's your micro USB. And there's your USB-C. So looking around, for me, I've got a Logitech keyboard, Logitech mouse. So it'd be very easy just to keep the USB-C in there, which then just makes it very easy to snap on and charge. Again, you just pull them straight off, but they connect every time. Doesn't matter which way you pull it. It's a strong magnet. There you go. And then you can have another piece in the keyboard, another piece somewhere else, and then you can just use one cable on your desk. So rather than having 3 or 4 cables on your desk charging different items, you can just keep one of these bits in all your peripherals and just have one cable running to your desk and then charge one item at any one time. So I have an old iPhone here. So that's the lightning port. Again, clicks in nicely to the lightning port. Put it on. You can hang the phone. You can hang the phone off the cable, and then you just snap it off and snap it on, and it pretty much finds itself. It's pretty strong magnets in there. I've got my DJI controller, my drone controller. Again, if you wanted to, you could just keep an adapter in there and one in your drone. And then you can carry one cable. One cable will charge each of them independently. That just stays in there, so you never have to worry about plugging things in and out. Again, it's data transferable, so you can keep one end plugged into your laptop, your MacBook, anything like that, and then just connect it straight to the controller or straight to your drone, and you'll get your data transfer through the same cable as well as charging. Again, for me, PlayStation controller. Keep one in the end there. Your headphones, set of Bose headphones here, USB-C on the end. You can just keep an end on there. So if you think about what you actually have around the house, even my DJI mic, that's got a USB-C on the side for charging. Just leave one in there if you wanted to. If you're old school like me and you have the old dumb phones, the Nokia, this is the Flip 2720, I think. But if you wanted to, keep your micro USB adapter in there. And there you go. So you can always charge your dumb phones as well if you want to. So yeah, I'm going to plug the black cable in now. Just have a look at it, make sure it charges every time, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I've just run the cable down the back of my desk into a USB charger. So yeah, you can see the light stays on it all the time, just to let you know there's power going in there. And so some of the old school, personally I don't need to use this because this case does have a wireless charging, but some of the older cases don't have wireless charging. So again, even something like that for your lightning port, you can literally plug it in. As you can see, the light comes on straight away. Charging. Snap it off. Put it on the phone. There we go, phone is charging. Snap it off. And the USB-C I've got in my drone controller. So I'll quickly show you that. Snap it on. There we go, drone charging. And as you can see by the speed of the lights, it's charging quickly. Again, it's just very easy. It doesn't matter if someone comes along and accidentally pulls a cable out or trips, or anything that, any kind of accident that happens with cables, it doesn't damage the socket, it doesn't damage the cable. It's literally pop it off, just pop it back on, and it carries on. So yeah, I can't tell for the longevity of it. I've only got these recently, so I'm only going to be trying them now. So I will add some comments to the end of my video in a couple of weeks' time, just to keep you appraised of what's going on with them. But they're sturdy cables. They're sturdy. They're quite chunky. They're not thin and feeble. They have good ratings. They're pretty well spoken about on the website. They've got a lot of reviews. But it's worth keeping an eye out. at the end of the day, you can keep all your bits together. You know, you get these little bits. Like I say, I'll put a couple on my daughter's iPad and things like that. Keep it all together. But if you do end up with a big collection of them, you can keep them all together in these little cylinders. Keep it in your case. Keep all your cases in your case. Sorry, cables in the case. And yeah, there you go. So it works quite well. It does what it says. So I'll leave it at that. I'll follow on with this video later on, like I say, with some comments. I'll give it a couple of weeks, see how they go, especially with my daughter, with the way she uses and goes through cables. Hopefully I won't be spending out on any more replacements, so I'll see how that goes. So I will give you feedback later on. Like I say, visit the website. You do get a choice. You know, you do get a choice of every single one. You got black, red, and TPE, which is teal blue. You get the choice between the two different sizes, and you get the choice with all the different tips. Right now, the family pack works out at $134.16 as opposed to $167.69. So it's quite heavily discounted at the moment, considering one set on its own is $60. But if you go for the family pack, it's just a little over the equivalent of 2 sets, but you're getting 3, plus you get the case and you get the containers. So yeah, depending on your preference, it might be worth looking at. So yeah, I'll leave it with you. If you do visit the site, if you order any, drop me a comment. Let me know what you got, how you feel about it, and whether you stand by them, you know, as a product. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helps you in one way or another. Please hit the like button, and it really does help me grow the channel. And it will encourage me to make more videos for you to enjoy. Volta has not sponsored me on this. They don't know I'm making this video. These products are bought and paid for by myself. So this is not a biased review. This is completely unbiased. So remember, I say it all the time. Keep safe, stay positive, and don't let life bring you down. Have a good one, eh?
Reviewing the world down under.